Using a crate is the best way to set your dog up for successful behavior. Having a doggy-safe area such as a crate will provide your dog with his own personal space and is essential to many aspects of your training. Your dog's crate will be used just like a playpen for a baby during times when you can't supervise him or when you just need a break. You've probably noticed that dogs often like hideaway places, like under a coffee table or maybe a space in the corner of a room. That's because they're den animals by nature. So when they're properly introduced, dogs usually love their crates. Crate training will offer many benefits for you as well. For example, when your dog is in his crate, you won't have to worry about him chewing on your furniture, shoes, or other valuable items. You also won't have any worries about him going to the bathroom in the house while you're gone. And it's a great place for your dog to hang out when you have company over. Now let's go over to Tracy to get you started on crate training.
Thanks, Chris. Your goal in crate training is to teach your dog to love his crate. You're going to do this by slowly introducing him to his crate using lots of rewards. Crates are typically available in plastic or metal, and you can buy them at most pet supply stores. But more important than the type of crate is to be sure that you get the right size crate. Here's why. Dogs have a natural instinct to keep their den clean. If you give your dog a crate that's too big, he'll have enough room to create a bathroom area away from his sleeping area. And if it's too small, he'll be uncomfortable. So, when choosing a crate, make sure it's just big enough for your dog to stand up, turn around, and lie down. Now, if you have a puppy that's going to grow considerably, you can go ahead and buy a larger crate for him to grow into. But for now, you'll need to block off a section of the interior with a divider panel or something like a cooler, which can be weighted down if necessary. Let's get your dog used to seeing his crate in your home. Place the crate in an area where your family spends time together. Having you nearby will prevent your dog from feeling isolated or punished while he's in his crate. To prevent accidents during the initial training phase, it's a good idea to hold off on placing bedding and soft toys in the crate. Because these items are absorbent and can easily be kicked off to the side, they often encourage dogs to potty in their crates. Also, if chewed up, they can be a potential choking hazard. After you feel your dog is reliably house-trained, you can then add some bedding. Now let's talk about how to make your dog's crate a comfortable and rewarding place for him to be. To get your dog acquainted with the crate, place a few treats inside for him to retrieve. If he hesitates, place a few just inside the crate door to encourage him to come closer. The moment he enters the crate, praise him and immediately reward him with another treat. Gradually toss the treats a little further back into the crate to get your dog used to entering and exiting. But you're not going to close the door yet. Right now, you just want him to get used to going in and out. Every time he walks in, use a word like bedtime. Soon, your dog will understand what the word means, and when he hears it, he'll go in all on his own. Once your dog seems comfortable walking in and out of the crate without hesitation, go ahead and start closing the door behind him. But you're only going to keep it closed for a few seconds, and be sure to give him lots of praise while he's inside. Now, if your dog starts to bark or whine when the door is closed, don't let him out or give him any attention until he's quiet. And remember when he's being quiet to tell him he's a good boy. Slowly build up the time with the door shut until you can count to 10 while your dog's being quiet in the crate. Once you've reached this point, take a few steps away. If he's being quiet, tell him he's a good boy. Go back to the crate and reward him. Continue practicing with treats and toys while gradually increasing his time spent in the crate with the door closed. Remember, practice makes perfect. It's this process of your dog being rewarded over and over again for going in and spending time in his crate that will teach him it's a great place to be.
Okay, great. Now let's quickly review the key steps that Tracy covered on how to get your dog to love his crate. First, find the right sized crate for your dog and then place it in a common area of your home. Next, make it fun when introducing your dog to his new crate by tossing in his favorite toys or treats for him to retrieve. Then, slowly build up the time he spends in the crate with the door closed, starting with 2 to 3 minute intervals and building up to several hours. And finally, always strive to make his den a rewarding place to be. Now, let's check in with Kellyanne.
Sit while you take 2 steps back and return. Say yes and reward. Now try stepping to the left or right. Say yes and reward. Next, increase the amount of time you ask for sit to about 8 seconds. Say yes and reward. Then increase the amount of distance. Try sit while you take 2 steps back or 2 steps to the right and return. Say yes and reward. Now try sit while you turn your back, step away, and return. Say yes and reward. If you find that any of the previous steps are too much for your dog, simply break them down into smaller steps. For example, if sitting for 5 seconds is too long, try 3 seconds. After you have success with 3 seconds at least twice, try 5 seconds again. When working on distance, start with just a step. If that's too much and your dog is already popping up, try just lifting your foot off the ground. Work your way up to several feet. Remember, start small and work your way up. Over the next several days, slowly increase the distance, duration, and distractions. Here are some ideas to keep you going. Practice at the front door, at your car, or in the park. Try hopping as you move away, or clapping your hands, bouncing a ball, or even carrying a grocery bag. Remember to praise. I can't emphasize this enough. Let your dog know you're having fun. In just a short time, you should be able to walk 20 steps away from your dog while clapping your hands and walking toward a door. Or maybe even better.
The relationship you form with your new dog can bring years of happiness, loyalty, and affection. It's a bond that can never be broken and will continue to strengthen every day. You can help ensure your dog lives a happy, healthy life by following our guidelines and feeding your dog Hill's pet food. His mental, physical, and behavioral health depend on it. From everyone here at Hill's Pet Nutrition and Animal Planet Pet Video, thanks for watching and have fun with your dog.